It is April 14th, 2025. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. This last week's been a lot. A whole lot. Last week on the 6th on Sunday, my new husband and I went over to my daughter-in-law, Jen, in my son Danny's house. Well, Dixie was there, my other daughter-in-law that's married to Josh. I told you how she snapped at me and my husband. The woman that I almost died to see. One that knew of Judge Peter, Michelle. Knew they were threatening my life. Knew of Mel's mean games of pretend. Flora laughing about it. Okay. Well, I have really good hearing. And I didn't say anything to see if anybody else. My phone is bugged by the FBI and the police. Okay? They sold the login. On Saturday, we had stopped at Dollar Tree on, right off 62 across from Walmart. I go in and there's two big guys in there in the aisle. I said, that's that one they're running around telling everybody she's too ugly for anyone. He said, I told you I seen her last week. It wasn't funny, they said about her. Thank you. He said, the men we hired to watch her. I listened to her last night of everything that happened. And I don't think it was funny, that minister ordering her to be killed and all this because he thought she was following his son with his girlfriend. Years ago. I didn't find it funny. He said, I already told the Russian drug lord. Or the drug lord that. He had a Russian accent. Okay? He said, I already told the drug lord that. I'm going to be having a talk with him. And those men we hired to watch her, I found out tortured her. Oh, they drug beat and raped me and human trafficked me, by the way, too. Watch the case. I'm abused like hell. Not just tortured. I was human trafficked. Okay? And then I was tortured. Okay. So, he said, I'll tell you what, I got ways of taking care of him on my own. They were only to watch her. Okay? I got home and other people outside because they sold the login. Everybody heard that guy mention a drug lord. Everybody realizes what's going on. It's like, are you slow? They mentioned a drug lord in 18 and 19. The drug lord had his men watch me. Here in town. Are you slow? They talked about the king having his men watch me. Judge Peter's group was here. From Florida. The drug traders with Henry Mafia and all them. They act like you guys don't know nothing. Okay. Last week on the 6th, I went to drop off the kids some food, and Jen comes outside and said, Dixie's inside. I said, well, I didn't know you were company. I'll come back. It's okay. It's just Dixie and the girls. Come on in. I come in with my sweet new husband. I sit down. She snaps us. Walks into the kitchen. I'm talking to my granddaughter, Flora, and Carl's talking to her. Okay? Watching BB talk to Danny about, she's 6 years old. And so she runs her mouth all the time. And he's going, yeah. Well, I look over and I'm watching Dixie. And she's like, nobody thinks it's funny she's married to that old man. Excuse me? She said, Melissa has this investigator. I talked to her. She makes a lot of sense. Okay, now, Dixie let me tape her with her permission may I tape you? And is it okay if I taped you about Melissa's Kids Mean Games of Pretend and like the gunshot night? And I want to, it's okay I tape you. Yes. That's okay. Give me permission. What I do with it is my own damn business. Said she had put it up on a social media site. Then I knew of the gunshot night and the Mean Games of Pretend. That lady said I can get money out of it. It makes sense. Oh, hell no. Oh, fucking hell no. And I'm just looking at her. And she said, I've been talking to Melissa. She said the chief of police is allowing groups of people to watch people in their home, which makes sense. What a moron. And the people they allowed to watch are on their own. And he said it was okay. Ignorance. And I found out where poor Dave moved to the basement. She was having all kinds of sex with men upstairs. And he had to put up with it. Her having sex with men upstairs. Where they human trafficked me under drugs. Well, who the fuck unlocked the door and let him in? Picked my bedroom door, stacked me with a date rape drug, and beat and raped me. Who let him in? And you're trying to say some ass knows his wife is having wild sex with men up in her room and he didn't come up and say something? Are you that stupid? Melissa was telling me how bad and horrifying it was, but he knew she was up there having sex with other men. Who let him in? My bedroom door was locked. That means he picked it. How would you like to wake up with bruises all over you and not know what happened to you and a severe personal infection? He was letting him in front of the FBI and police. And the case started. Melissa and her lies. Okay. I wonder if the chief of police would like to know. She's trying to frame him. Nice. Phone's bugged. So he's saying is that I'm with the Russian drug lord? My God. Oh, I was talking to that investigator she has. She said I can get all kinds of money out of her. And if she gets money out of that old man, I can take it. Oh, you made the stupidest mistake. You know, if I ever got my informant money, I was going to pay off Josh's bills. And if they ever give me the money from Trakasami, he would have got $1 million. Because I would have had a lot of them. Not a damn dime. Not a fucking damn dime ever again. They just took $4,400 from me for Christmas. Because his truck, the 4-wheel drive wasn't working in it. And he had to go clear up to Macedonia. And I gave it to him to go out and buy a nice used vehicle with 4-wheel drive. Or fix up his other vehicle. And you know, he didn't. I don't think he did either. And they just blew the money. That was my hard-earned money that took me months and months to save up. Did they buy me a Christmas gift? No. Not even a damn card. And if they could ever get a fucking dime out of me again, thinking that they're going to try to extort money out of me? Melissa's setting her up to be arrested. The police had already told me years ago they try anything with those stalking tapes to arrest them the first day. Then a real investigator would have the FBI case. Where I told you they didn't realize the police and FBI were in the house. They thought it was only the people Dave hired. And according to those Russians, he hired that Russian drug lord too. Where the Iraqis said they hired him. They hired them too. And he was mad. They were only to watch me. Now, Melissa's trying to say the chief of police is allowing groups of people on their own to stalk people. Drug beat, rape them, and sell kitty porn. My God. In it with a Russian drug lord. My God. Does he know she's telling people that? Phone's tapped. I didn't say anything to see if anybody mentioned what was being said. Because I'm looking over at her like, my God. My God. My God. April 6th, 2025. My phone's bugged. Who can hear it? I wasn't sitting that far from her. Jen said, well, I had a lady talk to me and ask me if I knew anything about her being weird with herself, and I told her I didn't know anything. I knew she had bruises all over. Dixie's like, that don't mean anything. I don't blame the way Dave acted. Finding out she was having all kinds of men upstairs having all kinds of sex with her. Well, he was even down in the basement. I guess she was supposed to be doing it before, and those people verified it. Where they were breaking in and stabbing me with needles and raping me. They're telling everybody I'm just a whore. Well, who the hell let him in? Dave had to let him in. Get back, Dave. And he knew what was happening. Now I want you to think about that. What kind of vicious, satanic people did this to me? I bet the chief of Portage County Sheriff's doesn't know they're blaming him. Just like Judge Lewitt didn't know they were framing him. How does he like it? Okay, then I had my idiot new husband I went off on. Today, I told you, well, the investigators already said they got my idiot neighbor taped admitting he was in it with that drug scam of the fake doctor. There's just some guy that works for him. I don't know who he is because he works for them. He just lied. He was one of my doctors. How he was in that fraud scheme in that agent's office, and that was March 30th, 25. And yeah, him and his religious group, where we seen one of them walk into Carl's attorney. By the way, they tell people they are the Portage County Sheriffs following and harassing me. And telling everybody lies and the cray-cray stuff. Now, they would never do that. Why? Because there's police abuse attorneys and they would make me a millionaire. And the Department of Justice and State would put them in jail. There's no court trial, there's no hearing, there's no charges. They're not going to slander somebody on a drug scam from drug dealers. Right? Right. Like the guy said, it was one of his religious groups. Oh, he is fake law enforcement. I do remember that. They were impersonating the Portage County Sheriffs and the FBI. Okay? Caught under police surveillance in a real FBI case. In a real FBI case. In a real legally bugged house. And with the FBI case going on, under a threat and attempt to lie, Melissa makes up that lie. Should be in October 2018, because the police said they caught her telling the kids a lie when I was fishing with Dave. She didn't make up that lie until the FBI case for the threat and attempt to lie case. Several police departments have admitted that it is documented on her record that she had her kids make up mean games to pretend during an FBI case. And they are documented mean games to pretend. And that they were just trying to scare me out of my house. My whole family defended me. I was found innocent of everything in 2018. That's how stupid all this is. Like Officer Mark told the North Canton Jackson Police, the worst thing you ever did wrong, honey, is spend over and probably we can wipe that one out. Where the guy said he drugged me up with sodium pentothal, told me to stay wrong, and I got on butt line. Dave verified I was dressed modestly, and they only seen the back of my knee, so he made a joke out of it. There's nothing like that. Like investigators and other people said, it says right on the case she was found innocent of everything. These people are punking everybody. Do you remember within this last year they were telling people they were setting my kids up to be arrested? They're scamming Dixie, trying to get her put her name on it so she'll be arrested. She will either try to kill herself or end up in an insane asylum. It's another attempt on Dixie in a different way. And Melissa set her up. Officer Mark, John, or anybody listening to me, go to her and tell her, I text Josh, I told him all. No investigator, no attorney would ever tell you can make money off this. Cyber stalking tapes, photoshopping and washing, drug confessions. So I sent the law of how it's legal for a doctor to type you unaware. And that you can record somebody on your phone. And it is legal. See, like they said, the biggest mistake they did, they set up buying cameras in your home. That makes the cyber stalking. Wasn't talking to anybody. They don't have a right to tape little kids going potty. They don't have a right to sell them on porn sites. They don't have a right to lace women's drink or stab them with date rape drugs. Tell them to say something stupid and beat and rape them. And Photoshop washing and sell them on porn sites. So is the FBI saying if you wear a skirt and put a bun on your head and call yourself apostolic, you can human traffic people? Murder them? Sell kitty porn? So all the human traffickers put a bun on your head and wear a skirt, they'll pass you. Seriously. But yeah, her saying all that shit, Melissa's filling her full of crap and she's setting her up. So, and then Jen said some lady had came up to her and wanted to know if I was weird with myself and she knew about it. Said she didn't know anything. She's doing the right thing. I didn't know anything. She even said it in front of Carl. She knows nothing. She didn't know of the camera. She didn't know about something about weird with yourself. Nothing at all. Only thing she knew is I had bruises all over me. They know I was throwing up and almost passing out in front of people too. But yeah. Oh, that's nothing. Oh, Dixie even said she didn't blame Dave the way he's acting. Oh, and that investigator, now, is supposed to have told people they were supposed to have been a gunshot night. And that investigator lady went up and said there's no proof of it. There's an FBI case and a video of it, dumbass. And the neighbor next door, the male nurse's house, his kid tried to grab me when I ran from Dave the next day. Like a lady said in, what was it, 21? We went and talked to our neighbor. The gunshot night did happen. So this lady saying it never happened, she's not an investigator. Investigators could get into the police and FBI case, right? She's another imposter. And they're filling her head that she can make quick money off of extorting people. Would someone go tell that dumbass bitch she's getting set up to be arrested? I don't care who tells her. This has got to the point. Yeah, even people were saying, we were hoping when they gave her money, she'd be able to, we all know she was going to help Josh, and Dixie ruined it. Oh, hell yeah. Not a damn dime. I may help Crystal go to college in Florida. But not a damn dime. I plan on helping Danny and Jen. See, they thought the FBI and police left. The agent said he didn't care what they did to me. And they thought they left. I told you I realized that in 2018. They all thought they left. Well, surprise. But someone needs to talk to her. That's no investigator. That's setting Dixie up. Pushing people to suicide. When she find out, she'll go to jail for racketeering. My God, do you realize how stupid that is? I asked Dixie, is it okay if I had recorded you before about knowing anything about Melissa's kids and their main games to pretend in the gunshot night? Yes. I don't care. So, I have that recording. What I do with it, it's none of her damn business. She let me record her. Right? Right. But she thought she could extort money. And her saying she didn't blame Dave for doing all that stuff to me. Not a fucking dime. Again. It's no investigator. Well, I hope the Portage County Chief of Police is realizing Melissa's telling me it's him that's letting groups of people break in people's home and monitor them on their own, and he's in it with the Russian drug lord. And that he's the one with the drug connections. Having people drug beaten, raped in their home photoshopped by a Russian drug cartel. And selling kitty porn. Because that guy said he was mad. They were hired to only watch her. Had us hire people to watch her. I'm going to tell the drug lord about this. They were only to watch her. They can't watch people. We have a right to privacy here. And that chief of police did not give them permission. Oh, you might want to let him hear the phone taps of April 6th, 25, and realize they're after him. Okay, and then my idiot new husband, where we all know the guy that lives in my old apartment, confessed he was part of that drug scam of the fake doctor and the drug confessions, trying to fool that agent. Well, I told you the other day I was outside and went to borrow the car. He's making faces at us. I've heard other neighbors complain. He's going around telling them that how that church is sending out emails asking other religious groups to harm me or to show up and make sure that I have nothing and asking people to harass me. That's trying to hire an assassin is a federal crime. And some doctor has her tape before saying blah, blah, blah. The drugs center told us that. They already confessed years ago. Years ago? Years ago. Years ago. And photoshopped that shower scene in Washington. And that they framed me, made fun of the FBI for falling apart, made fun of everyone. Years ago. My head hurts. Well, my idiot new husband, I had got up this morning, wasn't home, goes down to his farm. So I ran up to the bank, and then I was going to go to Walmart and buy him extra stuff for an Easter basket I'm going to make him. He sees people outside that would know the guy that said his religious group was part of that, and he was too. Went up and told him, that guy's a really bad guy. We know he's part of this. I already told him. The investigators already came up and said they already got his confession. Stay out of it. And I had emailed the sheriffs on top of it. Stay out of this. Let him get it. We need to get another apartment and get out of it. Okay? Because that means he's probably one of my rapists. He even told me, Karen, I don't doubt he is one of your rapists. The way he acts, he snubs you when you go outside. He won't even look at you. He said, in just his manner, you can tell when you're out. And then, yeah, when he mocked me, yeah. Him telling the neighbors we know, it's like, you're going to get us killed. They'll go right to him and tell him we already know he's involved. They already know he's involved. The police know he's involved. The FBI knows he's involved. The investigators are like, we all heard that idiot outside. Because my car's fucked. From the FBI case. And it took him long enough to confess to the churches sending out those emails. Huh? Oh, they had already had him confessing on the 27th that it wasn't even one of my doctors. He works for them. They lied. So, I blew up. I said, you cannot run your mouth about him. I have a dent in the back of my head the size of a ball peen hammer. And then it like buckers out. where it like caved in. They said it's pushed in far enough it should have killed me. I had migraines for 2 years, about half my head was going to explode. I had to be on medication. I stutter now when I get upset. I'm very lucky I'm alive. And those people tortured me. 3 men tortured me. They human trafficked me. I'd wake up and men would be attacking me and the room would go black and I'd have bruises all over me. In fact, I barely had enough money to eat and I would have to go to work drug beaten raped. And they'd show up and laugh at me that somebody took a payoff to let me be raped. And they were laughing where you had bruises before, throwing up and infected. It wasn't the well water, it was us. We were drugging you and telling you to say this, and we had beat and raped you, and that's what caused it. It was us. Right in front of the police and fed, psychos. You find the torture night, July to September 19, when they break in my apartment. I wake up to arms above my head, smothered with a pillow, punched in my private area, punched up inside, and coming up for air on the 4th time, pass out. They pour stuff in my mouth, my arms go straight down, and I'm paralyzed, and they keep repeating the process until you say this, no, and you can't move because you're paralyzed. Talk about hours as they beat and rape you until you say whatever they want, till you pass out. And you wake up and they roll you over and take turns butt raping you and beating you, and you're paralyzed as tears are running down your face. I thought I was going to be dead that night. I had to go on bladder spasm medicine for 2 years. 2 years. From being punched so many times. 2 years. They saw videos of it, children. I had over 60 people say stuff to my face. In front of people. Like my client said, Karen, this is crazy. People coming up in stores admitting they drugged you and told you to say it before and admit to raping you in front of people in stores. I'm like, stay out of it. Tell the police. Okay? Now, yeah, I'm like, I told my idiot new husband, these people have tortured me. They crushed my head in. And you're going to look at somebody and say, hey, we already know it's you. The police and the FBI already knows it's him. He's making a fool out of himself, trying to start a hate crime here, trying to turn everybody against me. And we just need to get out of here. I haven't figured out, even other people in other buildings, why haven't the police arrested that guy? He's going around telling everybody a doctor taped her before and blah, 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 blah. It's illegal for a doctor to tape you unaware. It's illegal for them to ask you crimes. They're only there for medical. And then their big scam of somebody's sitting on heinous crimes for years till day one of a divorce. Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody's that stupid to fall for that one. I was so upset. My head was pounding. We went down to this restaurant. I had yelled at him all the way down there. You're going to get us killed. You keep your mouth shut. Do you want those men to break in our apartment and 3 of them beat you to death? No. I said, do you want your skull crushed in? No. I said, then keep your mouth shut till we can get out of here. We're going to end up getting us both killed. I was sitting there and this one lady, I know her, one of the waitresses. I know her, but I don't know her, kind of thing. And she said, I looked at her and said, are you okay? She said, bad day? I said, I could tell you a bad day to the point. And I said, I could cry. And she gave me like a half hug. And I told her what that, she's a teacher. How illegal your son is? Oh, yeah. And even trying to say a doctor was involved? Absurd. She said the only way a doctor would be involved is if they were part of it. And how illegal it is. and HIPAA violations and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that they couldn't do any of this. And it would take a fool to fall for it. And I said, he told some of the neighbors that the guy was already running amok. We already know he's involved in this. She looked at me and said, he's going to get you killed. I said, I realize that. I said, I really told him off on the way down here about staying out of it, and we need to get the hell out of here. That guy thinks it's funny. Running around trying, they sold kiddie porn to my grandkids going potty break, they did. Sold me on porn sites. Had me drugged for fake confessions and being raped and human trafficked under drugs, so I just wake up like that and not know what happened to me. You talk about sick bastards, and that fucking Melissa telling people I was just having wild sex with men. And the FBI tapes, they've had to let those men in. And them stabbing me with date rape drugs. And being raping me. And him knowing it was going on upstairs under drugs, and for me to wake up like that and not know what happened to me. How sick and evil Dave is. Now think how sick and evil Melissa is. Oh, and yeah. Pull the phone tabs up. April 6th, 25. You'll hear that stupid bitch. How she's gonna try to extort money on me. Someone please tell her how stupid Melissa's setting her up to go to jail. Yeah. She's already got caught by the police and the FBI telling her kids to lie in an FBI case. And her kids stating they wanted a house for the new girlfriend and they were making up the games of pretend. Laughing in a legally bought house for an FBI case. See, they thought they all left. Nope. Told you. So, yeah. Officer marked on, I need help. I need my money. I need out of here. Oh, that guy that works for the Russian drug lord for the ones that tortured me, he said that he had ways of taking care of them. Can I take after care of the ones that human traffic me too? See, that's where a sheriff's wife said if law enforcement does not do its job with you, the drug cartel will come back and kill everyone that hired them. Because so many of their men went to jail, they will hold them accountable. Because it doesn't matter how much money they gave them. It wasn't worth them going to jail and losing all those men. And they end up in jail because they helped them. And they'll come back and take them out on them. I said, you really think so? And she's like, yeah. She said, if law enforcement does not do its job when it comes to you, the cartel will come back and take care of it itself and get even with it. They're making threats of that. I just want out of here. I don't want to deal with this shit. You know, the police came up to me and Melissa's so stupid she made everything up when you were fishing with Dave. She's so stupid she didn't check where you were. Her first lie was she was in it with the guy that had lied that about the long nightgown and bought lied that he drugged me up for Dave. Used sodium pentothal from the cops and bed. She was in it with him. The second lie, now I have Jen taped and Dave, and the police even have Daniel taped, that on the 4th of July, after they were an hour late, when they got there, I had to heat up their food. They took 2 bites out of it, ran in the basement, and had pillow fights. We had a split level house. We had a family room, sectional couch, TV, full bathroom, and a laundry room downstairs. Okay? They're having pillow fights. We walk outside, sit on the front porch, and you could hear them laughing outside from that pillow fight. Finally got too warm. We went inside, went upstairs. We dished up our dessert. We went to sit down. Dave came in. John left. I said he didn't say goodbye. He said he was in a hurry. I only seen him at the table for like 2 minutes. Their second line is they came upstairs, looked through a cracked bathroom door, seen you being weird with yourself. That's disgusting. And somebody's wiping their butt, and you don't know if they have to put yeast infection cream on. And who's being dirty looking through a cracked bathroom door? You are. You're being a perv. And that never even happened because I was outside with John. Third lie, they'll make up something, call you a bad word. That's all they would tell me. Okay? Then they told people by Christmas of 18 that I was supposed to have broken the home. They caught me, tied my arms and legs to a chair, and I knocked it over, kicked it over, and jumped out a window. I'm 50. I would hurt myself, and I was fat. They told people I vandalized their church. I wouldn't touch that place. It's a 10-foot pole. It's got demons. They told people that I shot up a home and killed someone. That was Dave. Christmas Eve 2018. Video of it in an FBI case. Okay. They called it fucking shit. My family should be ashamed of. Documented mean jokes. Because like Officer John said, January 19th, 22, where those kids get caught stealing, they made everything up. Like the Massillon police had told people, they're documenting me games of pretend. Like the Stark County sheriffs were laughing at some guy named Current 21 if he just found out those kids were lying slow. How many times? My one client in 21, October 5th, 21, said, who's that crazy Melissa? They always talk about lying everywhere we go. I said the ex-daughter-in-law, friends with ex's girlfriend, had the kids make up some mean games to pretend on Thanksgiving of 18. He's like, she's crazy. They still talk about that girl lying. You gotta think of this even. If something horrible happens to somebody, they make a police report. The police come out and talk to the person, right? Never happened. Then they take it to the prosecutor's office, then you get charged, or brought in front of a judge to get charges, and then you have a jury trial, right? And that's where you found guilty and charges there, or dismissed, right? So, none of that ever happened. We're in the middle of a threat and attempt to lie case. And they thought they fooled the FBI and they laughed. And she didn't make up that lie until the case started. They caught her. Announced they caught her. Right after Thanksgiving of 18, the FBI agents that are in the Belden office, the ones that remind you, Joshy, had a group huddle in the front of Walmart in front of people. Why are they having those kids make that shit up? Well, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. That's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. They were the ones March 23rd, 23. We told these people to stay out of this. We interviewed her whole family a long time ago. She's never hurt anyone and nobody's ever seen anything. It's just some lady thought she could make money out of it. Just some lady. Where they said they thought it was a judge up there in the cartel. And it's just some guy saying he's a judge. How much you want to bet where they've already confessed that doctor works for them and he's not one of mine? How much you want to bet It's just some guy saying he's a doctor. I bet the punk and the scamp's that bad. But yeah, Dixie was telling Jen that the chief of police up there allows a group of individual people to watch people in their homes. He gives them permission. Does he know that? Probably not. How does he like to be lied on? Oh, and that means where that Russian was talking about the drug lord, that he's in it where he said where we hired those people to watch her, the Russians did. The people that were hurting me before, the Russians are hired them. So they're saying the chief of police is in it with the Russian drug lord? My God. Does he know Melissa's trying to set him up? I just need to know. Don't believe me? Listen to phone taps. Like Officer Mark said, I listened to her and her friend sit out in the garage about how they could Photoshop your head on somebody else's body, your hair color, eye color, clothing, background. They could put that shower scene in another room. Easy. They could even take words out of sentences, other sentences, and tape over, make it look like you said something you didn't. His son edits movies for a living. He's got an app in his phone. He said even her friend son verified it that it edits movies. They can do all this. Let alone date rape, drugs, or sleepwalking. Well, yeah, that's weird. My phone's tapped. The police and FBI have to document everything every day. Isn't it getting a little thick, guys? A little thick? You know, in 19, in Louisville, they talked about a drug lord having his men watch me. They talked about the king having his men watch me. They would say, that's the one, the king has his men watch her. She don't have nice enough clothes to meet a king. Why would he care? And then they talk about the drug lord and his men. And they all talked about Judge Peters from Florida, Henry Moppy and his group, Bowman's Club from Florida. I've got a headache, and Officer Mark and John, help. We looked at this place out of town. Perfect. Oh, it's lovely. But the lady said she was going to email me an application and she didn't. And they're running around different towns telling everybody that the Portage County Sheriffs and that I have charges. And they're running around telling people they're scam. And the Portage County Sheriffs aren't doing that. Dear God. They'd lose their badge and go to jail, and I would sue them. They're not going to back a drug scam. Like the Portage County Sheriff said, it was none of our officers in your home, nor did we have knowledge of it. And what these people did is illegal. So are they going to back illegal stocking tapes from drug dealers? No. But they're running around telling people that the Portage County Sheriffs and they're backing the drug scam. That's where I asked you to make sure with Carl's attorney where Carl and I seen that one guy walk in. He said it was one of his religious group guys. He's a fake Portage County Sheriff or a fake FBI agent. And he's just one of his religious group. Yeah. I'm tired. I gotta work a double tomorrow. But help, help. And make sure somebody goes tells Dixie. Maybe you can find out who that lady is lying that she's an investigator. Trying to extort money out of victims. Okay? I give enough about this. But help.